Hi, my friends. Welcome to the month of love. It's all about Valentine's Day and roses and flowers and candy and everything sweet. I love this month. In today's video, I have my vision board. It's February 1st and it's time to forget about winter and talk about the month of love ahead. I can't wait. Hi, I'm Vonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life. At any age, always on a budget. You know, I'm going to be 75 this year, and I just say, because if I can do it, I know for sure you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank all my wonderful subscribers, all my dear sweet friends that take the time to watch my videos and comment. Oh, my friends, you mean so much to me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you want to consider doing so. You don't want to miss a different theme every month. And then I do decor and tables and trays and paper crafting and projects kind of around that theme. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. All right, this is one of my favorite months of the year, February, the month of love. And it's about Valentine's Day. It's about confidence. It's about love for yourself and creating confidence, following your passions in life. Pink and red and toile and roses and projects. We're also going to be covering some of the projects that I have set up for February. I can't wait to tell you all about it. So let's start by looking at my vision boards. You know, I make a vision board every single month. It keeps me on track on what I want to cover. And you can just use a bulletin board. You could use anything just to kind of put notes up, and maybe you have events to attend and that kind of thing. But it's all about love. You can see the little girl here with her Valentines. You can see my beautiful fabrics I'm going to be using, my beautiful toile. I have it in red and white, and I should say red and cream, black and cream. I also love to incorporate red and white check. I think it's so cute. And then we have the little cupids and all, but it's all about health, confidence, passion in your life. We're talking about following your passions. This year, I said, is going to be your best year ever. We're going to get things done, projects. We are going to start doing things we've been wanting to do for a long time, following our passions. We're going to get it started this year. No more time to put it off, make excuses. This is it. So be thinking about all the things you want to accomplish this year. Of course, Valentine's Day. We're going to be making the cutest. This and Easter are the 2 months that you can just load it on. Look at these adorable tags. This is actually a double tag here that I made, and a card. And so everything's sweet and beautiful. And of course, it's all about kindness too. So I'm going to hang that in my office to keep me on track with all my videos. But let's talk about some of my videos and what I'm going to be doing. Okay, first of all, decor. You know, I do my 2 mantles and a little trunk in my den, because I think mantles are so hard for most people to do. And they were hard for me too, but I do 2 every month. So now I'm getting to see what looks good, what doesn't look good, how to balance it, proportion, colors, the whole thing. My living room and my white mantle is going to be my modern, clean, crisp take on Valentine's Day. It's in pink and green with a touch of black and white. Kind of very clean lines and modern, but still very fresh and sweet. Just what we want to look for at the very beginning of maybe spring coming. And by the way, I just want to say, I hope all of you came through all this horrible weather, okay? You're all in my prayers. And I just hope everybody is safe, sound, and warm and cozy, all right? So green and pink in my living room. My den, I always do something vintage, over the top and fun, and it's all about hearts and roses. It's all in reds. It is just so beautiful. I bring out that red and white check. And then in my little trunk, I'm doing all my little faux handmade candy boxes with maybe some Valentine's put in there. So sweet. If you do nothing else, get yourself a little trunk, a cake stand, or a tier tray, and put together something every month with me. I think you're going to have a really good time. So, tables is next. Now I'm going to do my black and white toile, and that's going to be with red roses. I'm doing my red toile with red and pink, and I think maybe a Valentine cake. And then the next one is going to be, I'm bringing in some burlap to make it kind of old-fashioned with hearts and roses. They're all beautiful, and you can use these almost any time if you're doing a special birthday party or a Galentine's party. These are so beautiful. I've got 3 tiered trays for you. Very simply, the first one's going to be all about my faux candy and sweets. The next one's all about hearts. And the last one's all about flowers. So those are all the things that you can put up very simply on a little tiered tray or a cake stand. 1 tier counts too. All right, crafts. I have 1 craft video this month, and the reason is I did 1 Valentine video last month. But this month I'm doing my Dollar Tree celebration. I'm going to show you all the things that I've upgraded, that I've added things to, that I created out of Dollar Tree things. And these are things for your home, for decor, for gifts. You can use them any way you want to, but it's my big Dollar Tree. I have so many things to show you. The rest of the month, I want to kick February, the month of love. Well, I think it's so important not only to love, your family and your friends, but also love yourself. And I have 3 videos that I'm going to be talking about helping yourself this year. How many times are we so negative to ourselves? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. You're so stupid. Oh, you just can't do that. You're not able to do it. You can't learn that. You can't do this. I mean, I do this too sometimes, and I try and stop that kind of talk to myself because it's really bad. Now, I want to talk about the 3 videos I think are so important. One is going to be on health. And I know a lot of you have watched this video before, but I try to do it a little different every year. But I want to tell you my journey of reversing my type 2 diabetes, losing weight, feeling fabulous. What am I doing as far as eating and exercise and a bunch of other things? So I always like to go over a health. It's the beginning of the year, but we're going to talk about health and some of the things you can start to think about. The other thing I want to talk about is confidence. I try to do a video once a year about boosting and building your confidence. How I went from a shy, painfully shy, afraid of everything in high school, to somebody that had to go into outside sales to support my son, and how I made that transition and how I'm able to do YouTube videos. And I just don't worry about what people think about me or whatever. I just am myself, and I'm just so thankful that you guys love to watch. But I believe in being positive and the whole thing. But I'm going to do one on confidence. There's really a trick to this. And why live your life being shy and afraid to talk to people, Let's make this the best year. Maybe you can make some new friends and just have a ball. The other one I'm going to talk about is passion. And I like to talk about that because I think so many of us really would like to learn music, learn to cook, paint, craft, do all these little things, but we think we can't do it. We think, oh, I can't do that. Again, this kind of works into the confidence situation. In fact, I might actually pair those 2 together, confidence and following your passions, because you don't follow your passions a lot of times when you don't have the confidence to do it. So I'll probably put that video together and try and link those 2 things because I think they are linked together. But it's time to pursue your passions. So I'm going to tell you now what my projects are going to be for this month. Now, I will do a video at the very end of the month on my project results, because you saw one I did, a couple days ago for January. I didn't get very far, but I sure went through a lot of things I wanted to go through. So my project for February, I'm kind of stuck in my office right now. It's like I need to get this done before I move on to the other room, is I need to go through files. Unfortunately, my parents have passed away. Of course, my grandmother's passed away. And when my grandmother passed away, she gave all of her files, we're talking tax returns, bank statements, to my mother. My mother, of course, hung on to all of that even when my grandmother passed away. My mom moved out of her house. I took most of that stuff in, and she passed away in 2024 in April. And I just kept everything that I had from my parents and my grandmother in these 3 files in my room, just loaded, stuffed. My goal is to get it down to 2 files and only my things or my husband's things. That's it. I've got to shred 9 million things. I've got to reorganize, get rid of some tax returns. I have tax returns back to the 70s. So that is my number 1 goal for this month. Number 2 is to buy my paint. I think I've actually decided on Swiss Coffee. I'm pretty sure that's the one for me, because I've got to match these shutters. I'm going to be getting rid of this cocoa and redoing my whole living room. I'm so excited about it. But I want to reorganize the office. In other words, clean off all the shelves, reorganize what I'm putting in. I'm not going to be doing a total declutter. I'm just going to go through and do one pass in there. And I want to get started in the other room, but I have some decisions to make on furniture in there and all. So my projects for February, I want to make it real clear. Get my paint and start painting. Go through all of the files. I mean, this is going to take me days, and shred and reorganize everything neatly in 2 files. Anyway, I try to watch a lot of decluttering videos, and I want to share this with you. A lot of times we ask ourselves, do I need this when we're decluttering? And another question you can ask yourself instead, if you're doing the same thing I'm doing, is, can I live without it? And also have a maybe box. This is something I think that will help so much, is to have a maybe box. This is, you might be going through clothes. I'm not doing clothes yet. I'm going to do a whole series on going through clothes and everything. But if they're mementos or things you don't know or not quite sure about, put them in a maybe box and put them in your garage or put it somewhere else. Go back in about 6 months if you have not missed it or used it. And I'm not talking about seasonal things. Then get rid of it, okay? So the maybe box, and that makes it real easy. Another tip I want to give you is, instead of pulling everything out of a closet, just go bit by bit and just go through and do a first declutter, or in your kitchen cabinets. Just start taking stuff out that you don't use, that you want to donate, and just kind of go through a real fast go through. It makes it easier to come back the second time and do a thorough declutter. So again, I'm watching all the experts on decluttering, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of those tips with you. So this is going to be the best year for you, doing the projects you want to do, having the parties you want to have, becoming more confident, and maybe picking up that paintbrush if that's something you really have a passion for, and try your painting, cooking, gardening, whatever it is. Start small, but start. I can't think of anything worse than getting to almost the end of your life and having regrets. Why didn't I paint? Why didn't I clean up my house and enjoy it? Why didn't I decorate? All of these things you can do, and we're going to do them this year, and I hope you do them with me. All right, I hope you love this. I hope you're so inspired for the month, and I'm going to see you in the next video, which is going to be all about decor for Valentine's Day. I can't wait. I will see you in the next video. Bye.